Welcome back to part 2 of the Resident Evil weapon tier list. Next, the rocket launcher, which is dropped to you during the final boss fight. It has 4 shots, and if you hit one of them, you win. Juicy, whooshy, fun. What's even better is, if you beat the game really fast, you get a special rocket launcher to keep throughout your next playthrough that has infinite ammo. That's right, back in the day. Developers made games to be fun. How about that? But Nisse, how do you know this? Because I've speedrun Resident Evil 1 as Jill, because I'm severely addicted to digital mommies. B tier. And that does it for Resident Evil 1. Now, moving on to the best Resident Evil game.
Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2 pulled the classic sequel move, taking what worked, expanding on it, and experimenting, which is why it has both more good stuff and more epic memes. Resident Evil 2's characters are Claire Redfield, sister of Chris Redfield, and Leon Fuck Me Daddy Kennedy. At the start of RE2, you pick one character and get forcibly separated from the other for your A scenario, whereupon when you beat the game, you unlock playing as the separated character for the B scenario, which, much like Resident Evil 1, is a run that offers the same map but with remixed items, locations, and puzzles. And if you complete all these arcade-inspired scenarios with good grades and in good time, you unlock tons of sneaky bonuses that we'll get to later. RE2's first weapon is the knife. It's not good. D tier. Purely because this time it looks cooler. Handgun. It's a handgun, and Leon's handgun has a substantially larger magazine than Claire's, because you see in Japan, the place Resident Evil comes from, the men's penises are larger than the women's penises. Don't worry, based Resident Evil director Shinji Mikami, I see where you're driving at. Women need men's protection, which is why I will now gift subs in their chats. D tier for the handgun. Shotgun. Leon's exclusive early game weapon. C tier. It's good. Bowgun, Claire's exclusive early game weapon. The Bowgun is literally a worse shotgun, being a crossbow that fires 4 arrows at once. It's basically a hilarious prank played on Claire, because it's shit. It has none of the shotgun spread and can one-shot a zombie only if you point blank it with all 4 arrows. And even then, sometimes the zombie will just survive anyway. However, due to the Bowgun's aesthetic and uniqueness, most notably its sound design, it is unironically a fantastically fun weapon, probably in part because there's only 18 arrows in the chamber and you only get 1 reload for it, which means the Bowgun comes and goes quickly. B tier. Because it's a very funny, snacky little novelty in the early game. I'm sorry, Claire, but you get to hold this L. Now where's that credit card? Moving on to the grenade launcher, Claire's exclusive late game weapon. I am happy to inform the women in the audience that the pranking women part of Claire's playthrough is over when she finds the grenade launcher.
Let's have a blast!
Time for some girl power, baby. The launcher is just like RE1's launcher, but with better visuals and sound design. Clearing a room with a single incendiary shot, I rate it a "my penis is stiffening as we speak" out of 10. A tier. Astounding. They fixed it. Next up, Spark Shot. And we're back to dabbing on women.
We're back to beating women.
But only extremely briefly. The Spark Shot is Claire's second meme gun and is an experimental weapon that shoots weak-ass lightning. Not only is the Spark Shot extremely loud, it may also induce an epileptic shock in the user. Firm F tier. For fuck this weapon. Flamethrower. Leon's first meme gun is also found in the labs, much like with Claire's Spark Shot. If the flamethrower was found in the early game, it would have been great against small groups of basic zombies or dogs. Instead, you get it in the late game to use against Triffids. I guess they fucking plants? Much like with Chris's flamethrower in RE1, it's not that bad. Whee! E tier. It's kind of fun. Submachine gun. The submachine gun is actually found in the police precinct before the labs, but it has a neat gimmick. If you pick it up during your current character's A scenario, the following opposite character's B scenario will not have it. This creates a decision where you might want to leave it for the considerably harder B scenario, or just pick it up now and waste some dogs. Your call. It's just a gimmick, but a neat one that gets your noggin jogging. As a gun, the submachine gun is, it's okay. It's an SMG. It works. C tier. Fun. Up next, woo, the Magnum. Leon's exclusive late-game weapon is the Magnum. Magnum, good. The Magnum kills basic zombies in one hit. And you actually get ammo for it. S tier. Extremely satisfying. You know, looking back at the list, the weapons here really don't seem all too boys favored. Sure, Claire has more else, but the grenade launcher and Bowgun are seriously fun. But you didn't think Shinji Mikami was done Oppan Gangnam styling on women, did you? Time for some secret Nisse knowledge. Because as an RE veteran, I can confirm that RE2 also has secret or overlooked weapons, just like with RE1's Magnum. And fun fact, they're all exclusive to Leon. With the handgun parts, the shotgun parts, and the Magnum parts. By our powers combined, we are the C.Guns. But Nisse, what does C stand for? It stands for... I'm gonna go. All the three Coom guns are very fun. The C.Handgun can be unlocked in the early mid-game, and it gets a very handy triple shot burst. The C.Shotgun is gotten in the mid-game, has wider spread and more damage for the already powerful shotgun. The C.Magnum is gotten very late, but lets the already insanely powerful Magnum rounds penetrate zombies, which means you can Victoria Seras style clear a whole row of zombies with one shot, which incidentally is another Japanese character I'd like to have my nuts shoot on. Triple S plus tier for all the upgraded weapons. Because Shinji Mikami knew, even decades ago, that all men wanna do is upgrade their weapons. Claire's only secret weapon is the Colt S.A.A, which is gotten when you unlock the secret costume closet, usually a second playthrough thing. The Colt's single action army, probably a reference to Metal Gear.
Revolver Ocelot. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt's single action army.
This gun is the best gun ever.
Is an upgraded handgun that somewhat compensates for Claire's regular handgun, but not really. D tier? I don't care, because the girls are gonna get their revenge anyway in the next game. Next up are the bonus weapons, coming in the next part. To see part 3 when it comes out, subscribe and click the bell, and follow the socials below, or click here if it's already out. Until then, thank you to Grocery Gang on patreon.com/NIS5E. And as always, I love you. Mwah.